Bonjour à tous, bienvenue. Welcome to a tutorial by Madame Carole. Today we're going to be talking about type 2 IR verbs, specifically sortir, partir, dormir, servir, and the verbs that are conjugated like those verbs. So, révisons juste un peu. Regular verbs in which the infinitive ends in IR follow a very specific pattern. So we've reviewed this before. We're just going to review it one more time. So there are two steps in order to conjugate a regular IR verb, which is a group 2 verb. Step 1 is you take off the IR off of the infinitive. And step 2 is you add the appropriate ending. Assez facile, yeah? Alors, par exemple, les terminaisons, the appropriate ending. So for je, that ending is IS. For tu, IS. Il, IT. Elle, IT. On, IT. And then for nous, vous, il, elle pluriel, we cannot forget our ISS. So for nous, it's ISSONS, ISSEZ, ISSENT, and ISSENT. En français, on dit ISISIT, ISSONS, ISSZ, ISSENT. Par exemple, le verbe choisir. Yeah, choisir, c'est l'infinitif. We're going to take off our IR and add our endings, and it changes to je choisis, tu choisis, il choisit, elle choisit, on choisit, nous choisissons, vous choisissez, ils choisissent, elles choisissent. Hein? Ah. For type 2 IR verbs, like regular IR verbs, they do follow a pattern, but it's not the same pattern. So we call them type 2 IR verbs because there's enough that follow the same pattern. We kind of lump them together. They're all going to end in IR, but they do not follow the ES, ESCT, ESSONS, ESSOZ, ESSONT endings. Yeah? Par exemple, dormir is a type 2 IR verb. Dormir means to sleep en anglais. C'est dormir. Et les conjugaisons, je dors. Répétez. Je dors. Tu dors. Il dort. Elle dort. On dort. Nous dormons. Vous dormez. Ils dorment. Elles dorment. Voici, c'est le verbe dormir. Bien. Aussi, nous avons le verbe sortir. Sortir, en anglais, to go out like with friends, to exit or to take out. C'est la même chose en français. Sortir. Yeah? Les conjugaisons, répétez. Je sors. Tu sors. Il sort. Elle sort. On sort. Nous sortons. Vous sortez. Ils sortent. Elles sortent. Voilà, c'est sortir. Encore, type 2 IR verb. Bien. Et le troisième, partir. Partir en anglais, to leave from a place, to leave on vacation, c'est partir. Écoutez et répétez. Je pars. Tu pars. Il part. Elle part. On part. Nous partons. Vous partez. Ils partent. Elles partent. So here we can look at these conjugations and we start to see a pattern forming. So we can also say that there are two different stems for these type 2 IR verbs. We can see that for our singular pronouns, je, tu, il, allons, je, tu, il, allons, je, tu, il, allons, that the stem is the first three letters of the infinitive. D-O-R, 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 S-O-R, 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 et partir, P-A-R, 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 P-A-R. Yeah? And for our plural pronouns, nous, vous, il, elle, pluriel, nous, vous, il, elle, nous, vous, il, elle, we take the first four letters of that stem. So D-O-R-M, 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 D-O-R-M. Hein? Sortir, S-O-R-T, 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 S-O-R-T. Et pour partir, P-A-R-T, 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 P-A-R-T. Yeah? And then we just add those endings, S-S-T, O-N-S-E-Z-E-N-T, a pattern that we see with a lot of irregular verbs. So for our type 2 IR verbs, we have two different stems. We have 3 and then 4, right? So D-O-R, our first 3, and then D-O-R-M, the first 4, depending if it is singular pronoun or plural. Je, tu, il, elle, on, first 3. Nous, vous, il, elle, pluriel, first 4. Voilà. Alors, quels sont les verbes? Voilà, on va dire, how do I know which verbs are which, right? How do I know which verbs are regular IR and which verbs are type 2 IR? C'est la mémorisation. It's just memorization. You have to memorize which ones are which. Je suis désolé. The type 2 IR verbs, right? If we know how to conjugate them, that's awesome. But if we don't know what they are, less than helpful. So there are a few type 2 IR verbs that are used very often in French. The first one is dormir, and dormir means to sleep. C'est dormir. Répétez, dormir. Le deuxième, c'est sortir. Sortir means to exit or to go out with friends on a weekend. It also means to take out something. So you will hear me say this every day in class. Sortez vos devoirs, right? To get out, to take out your homework. Yeah? Partir is to leave from a place or to leave by transportation, to leave on vacation. On utilise partir. Servir is to serve, so you serve others, or waitresses and waiters or servers serve. Et mentir, mentir means to lie, and it again is a type 2 IR verb, so je mens, tu mens, il ment, nous mentons, vous mentez, il ment. Pratico. So here I have 10 sentences, and I've given you your verb in English, so you need to know what those verbs are in French. And if you need to, you can go back in the video and look at those one more time. So go through. I encourage you to pause the video, write these sentences down, and practice those verb conjugations. On verra les bonnes réponses. Bien, pratiquons. To sleep, en français, dormir. Mon petit frère is singular, so we take the first 3 letters, D-O-R, and then it's third person singular, so we're going to add T. Mon petit frère dort souvent dans ma chambre. Numéro 2, to leave, partir. Ma famille et moi, nous, it's plural, so we're going to take the first 4 letters, P-A-R-T, add our O-N-S. Ma famille et moi, nous partons souvent en vacances. Yeah? Numéro 3, to go out, en français, c'est sortir. Je sors avec mes amis le week-end. Numéro 4, to lie, en français, c'est mentir. Ces enfants ne mentent jamais. Ils sont très honnêtes. 5, to exit, c'est sortir encore, en français. On sort ici, s'il y a un feu. 6, to leave, c'est partir. Vous partez de chez vous ou du lycée? So are you leaving from your house or from the high school? Vous partez. 7, to serve, en français, c'est servir. Les serveurs servent le dîner aux brasseries. 8, to lie, c'est mentir en français. Monique, ne mens pas, dis la vérité. So here we're giving a command to Monique. Monique, we're going to use a to form. So ne mens pas, dis la vérité, right? Don't lie, tell the truth. 9, to go out, c'est sortir. Mes parents ne sortent jamais. Et numéro 10, to sleep, c'est dormir en français. Tu dors 8 heures par nuit? J'espère. Merci beaucoup. I hope that this video helped you just a little bit more with these tricky type 2 IR verbs. If you have any questions, feel free to leave a comment. Merci beaucoup et au revoir.